All right, so we have George Schoefield on the left, Paul Bova on the right. You've got 7 seconds to tell us who you are from Sarasota, and then George is next. Paul, go.
My name is Paul Bova. I live in Fort Myers, Florida. I work for the University of South Florida, Sarasota, Manatee. I'm the Director of Development, and I work with people in supporting the university.
George.
I'm George Schoefield. I'm an author. I'm a speaker. My specialty is how businesses and individuals who are being served at age 50 and beyond are going to have to change because the world is changing so dramatically.
So let me ask you a question. Did you catch any fish today?
We caught about 15 bass, large and smallmouth. Yeah, we actually had a big clunker to the edge of the boat. The one that got away, obviously, we didn't get it in the net, and it got away, so that was a challenge.
Did you catch fish, George?
We did. We caught about 6.
6?
Yes.
15 and 6?
My specialty today was drowning worms.
Drowning worms.
And I consider myself to be spectacularly successful.
All right, so you're up here. There's 50 people at dinner tonight, mostly economists, mostly financial types. We're going to talk about trade, interest rates, Federal Reserve. You were here already to hear part of that conversation. You do something else besides economics and finance. You know the community of Sarasota and the greater region. What's your takeaway, Paul, from this group of finance economist types, if you have one? And then, George, I'd ask you for the same.
Sure, thanks, David. I feel that I'm going to learn a lot about what the impact is going to be on the people that I'm working with for the university, particularly with people planning their estates, thinking about supporting the university, making philanthropic gifts. And I want to know what type of questions that they may have coming up as far as the economy, and if I can answer those questions. Particularly bond markets, trade markets. A lot of people use their stock portfolios to support their philanthropic interests. So I want to be able to provide those kind of answers for them and just give them an understanding really about what they might be looking at in the coming 18, 24 months.
George?
Well,
Take away.
I'm interested in the paradox of all this because if you take a look at Sarasota, we're tremendously successful around retirement and around vacationing and a whole variety of things. Thank you. But the fact is that that's going to change down the road. What happens if retirement goes away? What's our brand? What happens if the waters rise? What's our brand? So I'm really interested in the economic impact of how we get out way ahead of the curve and we're thinking 10 to 15 years beyond what makes us successful right now.
Last question, really quick. Have you seen any red tide up here in Maine? Have you seen any Lake Okeechobee sugar impact in Maine? What's your impression of this place? Quickly.
This place is incredible. You want to really check out and disconnect? This is the place for it.
You agree, George?
I think it's wonderful.
Thank you for coming up to Maine and joining us. We're happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you, David.